but there are 3 winners and 1 consolation prize which is being given. But may I call first for each team will be spending 5 minutes roughly to tell what have you developed, what was the idea behind it, and what is the futuristic work that can be done. So to begin with, let me call the team which has developed Culinary Compass. Can you please come forward, the team from Bennett? Please come.
Greetings everyone. I'm Disha Arora from Bennett University. I'm doing BCA there. So this is our app we built in the hackathon in IIIT Delhi overnight. So basically, ever found yourself staring blankly into the fridge, wondering the magic you could create with those random ingredients? That's the spark behind our recipe app, a brainchild fueled by the passion for good food and the desire to make your kitchen adventures a breeze. We get it, life's busy, and we all crave a delicious homemade meal without the headache. This app is here to revolutionize your kitchen experiences. Think of it as your personal sous chef, guiding you from the grocery store to the dining table, to make cooking exciting, accessible, and tailored just for you. Whether you're a seasoned chef or a kitchen newbie, we want to spark your joy in your culinary journey. No more boring meals or repetitive recipes. We're here to add a dash of excitement to your everybody's cooking experiences. Welcome to an app that's not just about recipes. It's about making your time in the kitchen an adventure. Let's turn your culinary dreams into reality. So what makes our app more thrilling than your average recipe app? Brace yourself. It's all about turning your time in the kitchen into a full-blown adventure. Ever felt lost in the sea of recipes, not knowing where to start? Our app gets you. It's not just a recipe app, it's your personalized playground. Think of it like a treasure hunt for your taste, where you're the king and every recipe is a quest. Stuck in a flavor rut. Our trending recipes are your ticket to a culinary world tour, from the bustling streets of Tokyo to the rolling hills of Tuscany. You're not just cooking, you're globe-trotting without leaving your kitchen. Tell us what you have got in your pantry and watch the magic unfold. It's like a game of culinary improv, and you're the master chef. No strict rules, just creativity and delicious recipes. We're not just about taste, we're about fueling your fitness goals. Input your nutritional preferences and let us tailor recipes that align with your health journey. The recipe of the day isn't just a suggestion, it's an event. It's that unexpected twist in your daily cooking routine, like a surprise ingredient in a mystery box. We're here to keep your kitchen adventures unpredictable and exciting. And here's the clincher. Our app remembers what you love. Like a recipe, get ready for a flood of suggestions, tailored just for you. It's like having a foodie friend who knows your taste buds better than you do. As a user, you can enhance culinary journey community. Here you can connect with like-minded cooks, chefs, and owners, tap into a treasure trove of shared expertise, and explore a universe of endless culinary creativity. Trust me, as a user, you wouldn't want to pass up on this fantastic opportunity to spice up your cooking adventures. Our future plans involve partnering up with top chefs for exclusive recipes and bringing live cooking classes to the app. Picture seamless meals planning, easy shopping, and streamlined ingredients procurement all in one place. Here, our team, Bite Size, that developed this app overnight in a 12-hour hackathon conducted by ACM student chapter here at IIIT Delhi. Ready for an adventure in the kitchen that goes beyond the usual recipe routine? Let's turn every meal into a memorable quest. Thank you.
Thank you. I always wondered what can be done overnight. And these guys have done whatever they have managed to do with these APIs is amazing. And probably I could have just imagined what is possible. There are recommendation systems that you come across every day, whether it is Amazon or whether it is Netflix. Looks like this is your food recommendation, one of the examples of food recommendation systems that they have built. So let me call the next team. And by the way, we are deliberately keeping about the winners announcement till the tea, and you will know what is the order of the winners. But as I keep insisting, you all rock. So good job done. Let me now call the next team, which is Eatwise team, to present their work. Please come on the stage, Eatwise team.
Hello everyone, I'm Tanisha Singh and here's my teammate Altamash Shalom and we are from Team Eatwise. So, I think this room is filled with food fanatics like myself. I personally like to start my day with chole bhature in the morning and end it with chicken biryani in the evening. And I feel like myself, a lot of people over here have an insatiable appetite like me. And most of them would be my own friends, some college students and hostel students. And there's this one sad thing about us is that we are away from our households and we have to find, yummy, tasty food. And, some people, not me, but some people don't know how to cook really good food. So this is a big problem. And we have a lot of people. It is not just hostel students, but also people who are bachelors and are staying away because of their own job placements. Let's move on to the shocking statistic over here. India is now ranking the third most obese country in the world. And unlike America, which ranks first, the obesity runs because of junk food consumption in America. But in India, there is also a more, major spectrum over here other than junk food, is that in India, people don't eat according to the lifestyle that they have. In India, Indians have a lot of sitting jobs. We have an IT sector, engineers and everyone, and we have 9 to 5 jobs. And so people are not aware about the food that they should eat according to the lifestyle. And this creates this, health problems that we have in our country. So to encounter these problems, we have created our app Eatwise. So what is Eatwise? It is a nutrition-focused app which actually is focused on 3 objectives. One, to actually make healthy, nutritious meal plans personalized to every user according to the lifestyle. Another, to not compromise on the taste because, come on, if we want to make an actual healthy plans, we should not compromise on the taste. And to me, Indians and Indian food is filled with tasty food recipes. If we stick to our cuisine instead of actually moving to another cuisine in order to be more healthy, I think it would actually accommodate more tasty food. And the third part would be to reduce food wastage. Now, why did I cover this part of food wastage is that in India, our whole app is actually centered about the problem in India. So we have these households and every day we have a lot of leftover ingredients out of fridge. Yet we still have that $1 million question ki, aaj ghar mein kya banna hai? And no one knows the answer to that. So to encounter these problems, we have these features of our apps. And
thank you, Tanisha. My name is Altamash, and I'll be here demonstrating the features of the app that we have created. So before I go on to this, the user signs up on the app. And while signing up, the user provides certain data that what is his lifestyle, how much active he is on a daily basis, and what kind of flavor and food he likes. Based on that, the app curates certain recipes that are catered to your lifestyle, what you will love. And you can see that a few, well, these actually I created those. I love biryani and I love Thai noodles. So that is why it's here. So they are created based on your lifestyle. According to the, in addition to that, there is a recipe of the day to show that what is trending on today. Okay, and next we have the smart leftover manager. So basically every day you have your dinner at night and the next morning you are left with some food that is in the fridge. Now, what you want to do is either you can just throw it or you can use that leftover ingredients to make something that is, again, that is very favoring to your taste buds and also would contribute to less food wastage. So the user would input their ingredients and the food dishes that are already there in the fridge, and the user will get more dishes to make with those ingredients only, right? And then we have the ingredient matchmaker. So suppose you have an ingredient and you want to savor it some other ingredient as well. So you can input those ingredients and then you will get the more number of ingredients that you can pair them up with and have a good savory taste. So I guess that's what you.
So the two features, nutritional meal plans and smart leftover manager, is based from the recipe DB APIs, and ingredient matchmaker, which is to create some novel combos of foods that you like based on their same flavors that you have. Like with egg, what all can I have? So it will produce some results like bread and all. So that is based on flavor DB API. So, moving on, so what we propose is as an app, as a business. So, to look at the market of nutrition apps, we can see that it is growing and it is projected to be $1.29 billion by 2023 in India alone. In worldwide, we have around $5 billion of nutrition app, of the market share of nutrition apps. So, I think the increasing trend is because nowadays consumers are going more health conscious and are growing more health conscious and want to use this app to have some conveniently personalized nutrition plans. So here we can see that it is an increasing trend over the years. The business model that we have is like the same for every app. I think premium model and the free model, where the premium model would have more number of recipes and would also have limitless use of features. In the free model would also be the same, but it will have some in-app ads, and also that you can only use some features like ingredient matchmaker once or twice a day in order to generate revenue. So to end, we would like to say that health is pretty important, but it should come with no compromise of the taste. I think that is very well done with our own app. And I think we all know that you are what you eat. So eat wise and be wise. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Team Eatwise. Really appreciate that. Now you know why you can't have a better ambassador than young people working for you and using your tools, and what better value proposition that they can make. And going beyond the technology challenge that they were given of creating an application, looks like they have gone forward and given me a business model also. Thanks for helping me make money. And others also who can learn from this experiment. So can we have the next team coming up? The AI SBU team, again from Bennett, and present their application that they have developed using computational gastronomy APIs. Please come forward.
Hello, good morning to all. Thank you, Ganesh sir, for your kind words. So, hi, my name is Man Acharya, and I'm presenting Robotui, which is a play on words from the earlier innovation Ratatouille, which Ganesh sir has created. So, this is my team. We are from Bennett University, group of 4 students. We created this overnight. So, this idea starts from a story. It's from when my uncle visited the Americas for a business meeting, and in a certain showcase or symposium, he found out that there is a whole field and there's a big demand in the America that they want a kitchen-sized cooking robot to do everything from washing dishes to cooking their things, because the most expensive thing in America is human resources. It's very easy for us in India to hire a household help or just get people to cook things for you. It's not so much in the Americas. And it might actually be cheaper and more feasible to have a whole cooking robot system which can do all of those things for you. So, so these are some numbers and statistics. So this is what I have cited from a certain survey from Nala Robotics. So I've just cited what the Americans are thinking, that okay, they would like this robot to cook things for them. But so the main reason is to have food which is hygienic, which is consistent, and they want really reduction in cost. Now the demand for this is high, but to create systems like these, you require a lot more things. So one of the important things is, if you have to cook a dish, how do you know it tastes good, right? The whole complexity of taste, nutrition, and all these dynamics that goes into making food. Second is, it should also be exciting. It's not just something is spicy, I want something mild. Even in mildness and spiciness, there are so many factors which contribute to a dish tasting good or bad. So all of these things, and the technical part is, if you want to create a whole cooking system which does all these tasks, you have to define a very complex system, and most of the code and programming which you do is very unusable. Once you create it for one device, it's very tough to port it to another. You have to do that thing all over again from scratch. So to scrap this whole approach to creating these systems, we tried to develop Robotui, which aims to abstract away the entire software part of developing these culinary robotic systems. So the idea is very simple. So we want the application and the orchestration layer to be abstracted away by us, and all manufacturers have to focus on is creating the hardware and the robots themselves. We achieve that by using certain technologies. So basically, if I talk about how the platform would work, you give it a prompt, okay, cook me a dish, all right? And that, using the recipe DB dataset, we fine-tuned a large language model to generate recipes according to taste and everything. So it will generate ingredients and recipes which you can cook, which can then be auto-generated into a ROS backend. ROS is Robotic Operating System. It's not just an operating system, it's a framework to build robots which are reusable and reproducible. And these systems can really help to create like a robot agnostic instruction set where you only have to define the endpoints of your hardware and then forget about the actions which it takes, right? So you just have to, so we will give, it will generate a flow of what actions are needed to cook something. It might be picking up something, it might be heating something, it might be waiting for the sensors. So all of that is generated and orchestrated through a ROS backend. So this is the model which we trained. It was on Coher's LLM platform. I recently gained exclusive access to it, so I was able to use their cloud platform for the same. And then just to explain, so the recipe DB API has one specific endpoint which helps us get all the processes required to cook a recipe. So these are some of the unique processes which go inside a recipe. So if you have these processes, let's say boil. So boiling is a very complex action. To actually simulate to boil something, you need cameras which can track how the food is looking like at every point of time. Then you need actual sensors to check the temperature of the thing. And the heating element itself, it's also a sort of device which has to be bound electronically. All of these things, to orchestrate them, it's auto-generated in a way that it works on basis of nodes. So all these nodes have their own specific tasks and they will do the cooking. So these are some of these startups which are trying to build these robotic systems. And there's a video which is not playing right now, but it's, if you can just shows, yeah. So this is the kind of dream which people are trying to develop, and it's very complex to develop these kind of systems which do all of these things. So sorry. So this is our attempt to help those things. So on the next slide, why is this idea viable now? Well, first it's due to the hard work of this APIs, because they have given us the access to these research on how we can model food and generate recipes. Second is all these services to generate food, the large language models which are available, they have become very cheap. Like we were able to train the entire thing for a very low cost. And the most important thing is that now people are appreciating the value of having this sort of science and this touch of having people other than humans, like robots, cook something. So yeah, that is us. Really, really like to thank everyone on my team. Gautam is a fellow from BITS Goa who really helped us. And obviously to Dr. Umesh Kanta Singh, who really helped us with the entire process. So that was us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Team Robotui. Not only that they took Ratatouille and twisted it, but they also gave a fantastic twist of not only computer generated in terms of literally generating recipe on computer, but connecting it with a robot, such that probably you can actually go ahead and create new recipes, not only in computer, but also in kitchen. I guess that's the direction they are pushing us towards. And do we have the representative from NOSH in the audience by now? Okay, we are expecting to have a Bangalore representative from NOSH coming here very soon. Probably he must have been traveled only in the morning. But you mentioned that company, so I thought of pointing it out that we'll have a representative from there if you wish to talk to them. Towards the end, we will have finally our 9th standard school student coming, and a kid in many ways, but not exactly, because single-handedly he's developed a tool which was worthy enough of praise from the judges. So please come forward, Dhruv.
So my name is Dhruv Kumar. I am a grade 9th student at Dr. Rajendra Prasad Kendra Vidyalaya, Rashtrapati Bhavan. So I have created this project called Anna Saksha, that is a food waste management application. So let me talk about the problem statement that I have took. So in India, if we talk about the world, food wastage is quite a big problem, and there is no such solution to it problem. And it's like a small scale problem, but it's increasing day by day and becoming a large scale problem. And there is no such solution and prevention to it. And also statistics says that there is about a 5 billion tons available consumption of food, but on the wastage of food is about 1 billion. That is about 20% of the total available food, and that is quite a huge number. And majorly the food wastages come from the household and small scale restaurant. To minimize that, we developed our project called Anna Saksha. This is an API-based food waste management application where an user and the restaurant can interact with it, can get the recipes, can also get the recommendation for their wastage, and they can interact with the chatbot and they can have a track to it. So let us have an overview of our project. So first, the user will be having we have a landing page where user will have to sign up. Because the authentication is important, I will be telling about one feature ahead. That is, for that feature, the authentication plays an important role. After this authentication login, this is our front page where the recipe of the day and the more recipes will be showing up, and the restaurant and the user can see the recipes and can get the ingredients and the steps to make that recipes. Secondly, we have our own chatbot called Ahara. Ahara is the chatbot where the user can interact with it, get the recipes, and get the waste management of their food. Like, I have some glimpses of it. I tried it. So it's recommending me some recipes that I give it ingredient that I have these and these, like tomato paneer, and it recommend me recipes. And I also want a flavor, like any flavor. I ask the Ahara that I want a spicy flavor to it, so it give me a whole recipe with that flavor and with that ingredient. So after we are using the API integration 2 places, on the home page and second in the chatbot. After that, using these, we are trying to make a sustainable practice, that is to contribute in the sustainable development goal called Zero Hunger, where any restaurants can donate the food to the orphanage. And because I have seen sometimes like restaurants want to donate their food, but they don't get any platform particularly for that. So we are trying that if any orphanage needs the food, they can simply raise the requirement on our platform, and any restaurant who is registered on our portal can view that raise request and can respond to that. After that, we have some future scope of this. So we are trying to enable a voice assistant where we can integrate like all the languages that are present in India, and can have a talk with the voice assistant simultaneously with any language. And secondly, we are trying to implement a ML algorithm where the food wastage of the restaurant will be monitored on the like daily basis, and after the month end, it will be like making predictions towards this, like what should be they minimize in their inventory, and what should be the recipe that they should minimize the production. After that, we have one more option where using computer vision, the chef can make their recipes, so they can follow the steps using computer vision. It will be like listing those steps in the screen, and then the chef will be doing those steps, and the steps will be marking right and wrong. After that, this is all about my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Dhruv. Thanks for telling us about what you have developed. It's such an array of applications touching upon taste, health, nutrition, robotics, and now food wastage. I couldn't have imagined what other possible applications that I can think of. So thank you all the teams for your enthusiastic response, and wait till tea time until you know and you get your awards and certificates with the hands of eminent experts here. While we conclude this session and break for the tea, may I thank the judges, Dr. Manoj Saxena, who is in the audience right now. Thank you, Dr. Saxena, and Dr. Dhruv Rana, both the technocrats who came here on a short notice, evaluated the teams thoroughly and appraised them about what work was done in a short period of time, overnight hackathon, and identified these bright teams, winning teams for us, and even the other teams who participated and did a great job. But we had to choose the winners. That's why we have best of the teams as assessed by the judges coming up here. So before we break for the tea, and Dr. Saxena will of course be available to us, give his opinions post lunch about how the process happened, how the judging happened, and what he found best in terms of the teams did. May I request Professor Bose to honor Dr. Saxena with a medallion.